What's up everybody, it's Hayford, and in this video we're diving deep into the world of raw material sourcing. Whether you're just starting a business or you're a seasoned entrepreneur, this is the one video you need to watch to level up your sourcing game. Sourcing raw materials is a critical aspect of production, ensuring that you have the right quality and quantity of materials at the right time and price. Getting this right can make or break your business, affecting your profit margins, production timelines, and ultimately your success. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to effectively source raw materials for your production needs. Before you even think about contacting suppliers, you need to know exactly what you need. That means creating a detailed list of every single raw material that goes into your product. And I mean everything, from the main components to the smallest screws. Don't just list the names though. Specify the exact grades, quality standards, and any unique properties your materials need to have. Next up, quantity. How much of each material do you need to meet your production goals? This depends on your sales projections, inventory strategy, and any potential for waste. Remember, underestimating can lead to production delays, while overestimating ties up your cash flow in excess inventory. Find that sweet spot. Now let's find you the right suppliers. First, decide if you want to source locally or globally. Local suppliers often mean faster shipping and lower transportation costs, but you might pay a premium for those perks. Global suppliers, on the other hand, could mean lower prices, especially for labor-intensive materials. However, you'll have to factor in shipping times, potential import duties, and communication barriers. Once you've picked your playing field, it's time to hunt for suppliers. Online directories like Alibaba and Global Sources are treasure troves of potential partners, while industry-specific trade shows can connect you with niche suppliers. Don't underestimate the power of networking either. Ask around in your industry, join online forums, and see who other businesses recommend. All right, you've found a bunch of potential suppliers, but don't just jump into bed with the first one that offers you a decent price. Remember, this is a long-term relationship, so you need to vet them carefully. Quality is non-negotiable. Request samples from each supplier and test them rigorously. Do they meet your standards? Are they consistent? Next, check their reputation. Look for online reviews, testimonials, and case studies. See what other businesses are saying about their experience. Capacity is another critical factor. Can the supplier handle your current order volume? What about if your business explodes and you need to scale up quickly? The last thing you want is to be stuck with a supplier who can't keep up with your growth. Finally, verify their certifications. Do they meet industry standards? Are they environmentally conscious? Do they have ethical labor practices? Choosing the right supplier is about more than just price. It's about finding a partner who aligns with your values and long-term vision. Chapter 4. Negotiate terms and pricing. Now it's time to talk business. Don't be afraid to negotiate. Remember, everything is negotiable. Start with the pricing structure. Is it a flat rate per unit? Are there discounts for bulk orders? Or can you lock in a favorable price with a long-term contract? Next up, payment terms. Will you be paying up front on delivery or within a specific time frame like net 30 or net 60? Make sure the payment terms work for both you and the supplier to avoid any cash flow issues down the line. Lead times are crucial, especially if you're working with tight deadlines. Confirm how long it takes from placing an order to receiving the materials. Factor in potential delays, shipping times, and any customs clearance if you're importing. Finally, get everything in writing. A legally binding contract protects both you and the supplier, outlining all the agreed-upon terms, including quality standards, delivery schedules, pricing, and penalties for non-compliance. Chapter 5. Logistics and Supply Chain Management. You've secured your suppliers and negotiated favorable terms, but your job isn't done yet. Now you need to figure out how to get those raw materials from the supplier's warehouse to your production facility. This is where logistics comes in. Compare different shipping options, considering factors like cost, speed, and reliability. For international shipments, research customs regulations and potential duties to avoid any surprises. Once the materials arrive, you need a system for managing them. Implement an inventory management system that tracks stock levels, reorder points, and lead times. This helps you avoid stockouts, reduces waste, and ensures you have enough materials to meet production demands. Finally, don't forget about storage. Make sure you have adequate warehouse space to store your raw materials properly. This might involve climate control, security measures, or specialized storage solutions, depending on the nature of your materials. Chapter 6: Quality Control. Even with the most reputable suppliers, you can't afford to compromise on quality control. Remember, the quality of your raw materials directly impacts the quality of your final product. Establish a rigorous incoming inspection process. Every single shipment should be inspected upon arrival to ensure it meets your specified quality standards. Don't just rely on visual inspections either. Implement testing procedures to verify the material's properties, composition, and performance. Take it a step further and conduct regular audits of your suppliers. Visit their facilities, review their production processes, and assess their quality control measures. This gives you peace of mind knowing that they maintain consistent standards. Finally, consider batch testing. Periodically, test samples from different batches of raw materials to ensure consistent quality over time. This helps you identify any potential variations or issues before they become major problems. Chapter 7: Risk Management. In the world of business, it's not about if things will go wrong, but when. And when it comes to raw material sourcing, you need to be prepared for the unexpected. Start by identifying backup suppliers. Having alternative options in place ensures you're not left scrambling if your primary supplier experiences disruptions. Build relationships with these backup suppliers, negotiate terms, and be ready to switch gears if needed. Next, review your contracts and make sure they include clauses that address potential risks. This could include price fluctuations, supply shortages, natural disasters, political instability, or any other unforeseen circumstances that could disrupt your supply chain. Having these contingencies in writing protects you from bearing the full brunt of unexpected costs or delays. Finally, diversify your supply chain. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. By sourcing different materials from different suppliers, you spread the risk and reduce your vulnerability to disruptions. Consumers are becoming increasingly conscious of the environmental and social impact of the products they buy. By incorporating sustainable and ethical sourcing practices, you not only appeal to this growing consumer base, but also contribute to a more responsible and sustainable future. Start by evaluating the environmental impact of your raw materials. Can you source materials that are sustainably produced, recycled, or have a lower carbon footprint? Consider the entire life cycle of the materials from extraction to disposal. Next, ensure your suppliers adhere to ethical labor practices. This means fair wages, safe working conditions, no child labor, and respect for human rights. Look for certifications like Fairtrade or SA 8000, which audit and verify ethical labor practices. Finally, be transparent about your sourcing practices. Consumers appreciate honesty and authenticity. Share information about your suppliers, the origin of your materials, and the steps you're taking to ensure ethical and sustainable sourcing. The world of business is constantly evolving, and your raw material sourcing strategy should evolve with it. Regularly monitor the performance of your suppliers. Are they consistently delivering on time and meeting your quality standards? Are they responsive to your needs and concerns? Track key metrics like lead times, defect rates, and on-time delivery to identify any areas for improvement. Next, look for opportunities to optimize your costs. Can you renegotiate contracts to secure more favorable pricing? Are there more efficient logistics solutions available? Could you explore alternative materials that offer similar performance at a lower cost? Finally, maintain open communication with your suppliers. Regularly share feedback, both positive and negative. Address any issues promptly and collaboratively. Remember, a strong and collaborative relationship with your suppliers is key to a successful and sustainable supply chain. In today's digital age, there's a plethora of technological tools available to streamline and optimize your raw material sourcing process. Supply chain management software can automate many of the tasks involved in sourcing, from supplier evaluation and selection to order tracking and inventory management. These platforms provide real-time visibility into your supply chain, allowing you to identify bottlenecks, track shipments, and manage inventory levels efficiently. E-procurement platforms are another valuable tool, simplifying the process of finding and connecting with suppliers. These platforms act as online marketplaces where you can search for specific materials, compare suppliers, submit requests for quotes, and even manage the entire bidding and contracting process digitally. Finally, explore emerging technologies like blockchain and artificial intelligence. Blockchain can bring transparency and traceability to your supply chain, allowing you to verify the origin and authenticity of your materials. AI-powered analytics can help you identify patterns, predict demand fluctuations, and optimize your sourcing decisions. Sourcing raw materials effectively is the backbone of any successful manufacturing business. By following these steps, you can effectively source raw materials for your production, ensuring that your operations run smoothly and efficiently while maintaining the quality and cost-effectiveness of your products. Remember, this isn't a one-time task, but an ongoing process of evaluation, optimization, and adaptation. Stay informed about industry trends, embrace new technologies, and nurture strong relationships with your suppliers. By mastering the art of raw material sourcing, you set your business up for long-term success and resilience in today's competitive market.